What is going on, everybody? My name is Jason McCulls. All music for my sanity here in the Requiem Guitars hack shop. Anyways, making a quick video of some tools for my buddy Nate. All right, so he wants to get into guitar building. So here we go. Some of the most essential tools also that I could find, that I could think of off the top of my head. You can see some of these I've made myself. Which I'm not really big on tool building, but these ones were easy enough. So let's start here. One of the most important things right here. This is actually machined straight edge. You need a really, really, really good, honest, true straight edge. And yeah, I've actually got two. I have one that's made out of steel, and it's actually for engine honing. But it's crooked. So this one's dead straight and true. Totally worth it. Totally worth buying it. I can't remember. It was like probably $20, $25. This is a StewMac fret marker rule for 25.5, which is your Fender scale, and 25 for PRS. On the back side, we've got classical guitar, and we got two classical guitar scales here. So anyways, this is how you find out where your frets go and mark them if you're doing everything by hand without the special jigs, which perfectly fine. Oh, I got one other tool, super important. If I could find it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I need to put this in here. This is a Japanese pull saw from StewMac. It's good for frets. It's good for cutting the ends of fretboards and doing finer, very straight, very good work. Shinto rasp. This is like the biggest, the best thing. It's got a fine side here, rough side here, okay? This is for when you're getting them really custom bevels and shapes on the edges of your guitars. That's what this is for. This takes away a lot of material really fast, and I've get so many hours with this in my hand. Okay, you're gonna need just any kind of decent caliper set here. Now, there's multiple ways to measure with this. You have the inside, which you measure like that. Then you got the outside, which measures the inside diameter of things. Then a lot of people forget about this. You got this end here. So if you're looking for the depth of something, like how deep you're putting a truss rod, that'll help you find that out, and it gives you the number right here. Okay, on to one of my absolutely very favorite tools, measuring tools here. This is a center rule. Now it's got your standard scale, 1 foot long, 12 inches. But what's really cool here is it's got the center right here. And when you're trying to find the center of like a fretboard or a neck or the body of a guitar, you're basically gonna put it to where the edge lines up, the outside edges, and that'll be your center. So, or if you like, okay, I want 2 inches, so you go out 1 inch each side, find the middle. Very cool, very handy, gets a lot of use. Absolute necessity, especially if you're doing fret work. I have a set of 3. This is like the medium-sized one. Let me give you an idea how big this is. How big is this? Yeah, it's just about a foot long, okay? You can get away with just having this one. Now, I don't buy adhesive sandpaper. I actually just buy double-sided tape, and then I cut the sandpaper to size. It's way cheaper that way. And although I'll say this, the double-sided tape is a real pain in the ass to clean off of these when you got to change the sandpaper out. But this is good for, you use this for, for leveling. Fret leveling, things like that, especially for fret work. But here's one thing that's cool too. Just to make sure that this stays true, sometimes I'll actually sand the edge with my sanding beam, which is perfectly level. You can use this for fret work. You can use this if you're working on like the edge of a headstock or something like that. Any good straight thing you want straight. So very handy. Sides and necks, everything you can imagine. Squares. Get yourself a good set of squares. I like these because they're adjustable. I can pull this out, I can flip it around, I can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So as you can see, I got 2 sizes here. They both get used a ton. Now, this is my version of a, basically you put this over the frets. It has notches cut out for the frets to see if your fretboard is flat, right? So the way I made this was, actually you can see it's two pieces. There's the other one. So you have multiple scales here. This one's 25.5. This one is 24.75 for this side. And then is this might be, what is this, a base scale maybe? I don't remember, and I didn't write it down because I obviously don't use it. But anyways, the way I did these was I marked where all the fret notches would be using, using this. Found out where it was going to be. Then I notched them all out with a rat tail rasp, which is just a little circular rasp. I didn't have a Dremel at the time, although now I do, so I could just notch it with a Dremel. And then you can see this is all machined. I basically took one of these, and actually that works fine. But what I actually did was I had a glass tabletop, and glass tabletops are dead flat. So I used that and taped some sandpaper down and just ran this across it until I got a nice true surface. So you could pay money for these, or you could build one like I did. This cost like, what, $7 instead of like $30, especially because when I first started, I was really, really broke. But I think these are some of the most important tools you could buy and have, especially when you're getting started. You will use all of these. There's, you can build a guitar with these. Obviously, you're gonna need some drills, things like that. But as far as like the hand tools and trying not to get too deep into, the weeds, right? There's nifty tools that will do everything. Like a great example. I've got this. This is a fret saw guide. Saw goes in there, helps keeps it straight. It also comes with little inserts, so you can cut your frets automatically. Little notch out. You can tell you where your frets are going to be. I've never used it. Haven't used it once. I'm actually trying to learn how to use it. That's the other thing too. Is with a lot of these nifty, handy tools, there's a learning curve. You have to spend a few hours getting comfortable with these. You have to get some test material. You have to practice. So it still takes time and effort to learn even your shortcut type tools, right? So obviously, if you're going to start doing necks, it's good to have a set of radius blocks. This is a 16 because I'm doing a fretboard. Doing a 16 radius fretboard right here. They make jigs that you can do stuff with, but I just got two pieces of angle aluminum, and I got the neck in there and they're, secured. There you go. That guides my block. So a lot of stupid things like that, or you can drop thousands of dollars on tools. But these are the most important. I do have, I'll show you real quick. Go ahead and pop this out here. I got a planer. I've got, oh yeah, you're gonna need a router too. But I've got my routing table. I've got my router up there. I've got my jointer here. I've got my oscillating sander here. And obviously this is my workbench that I built. Got a vise. But for the most part, this can come in handy, but you don't actually need it. You just need sandpaper and some time, This makes things faster, okay? The planer. You're only going to use that if you got wood that you need to get thinner. Like if you got a body blank that's 2 inches, but it should only be 1.75, that you're going to use that. This is great for using templates. So if you have a template of a neck or a body blank that you want to use, you can, you can follow that around, and you can't see it, but back over there behind that sewer pipe is my bandsaw. I got a small bandsaw. I wish it was bigger, but I'll be honest, it's gotten everything done that I've needed to get done so far. The other big tool I got in the shop is right here. It's my table saw. And yeah. So, but again, to get started, you can buy body blanks and neck blanks that aren't perfect, but they're close, right? And then you can shape them. You can use these tools to get those shaped and refined. I started with that, and I started just screwing around with kit guitars, which I actually never finished one. I got bored with them really fast, and then I was like, oh, screw this. I want to build my own body. So then what did I do? Well, I tried it with the jigsaw, worked just fine. Then I traded a Floyd Rose for the bandsaw. You know, great. You just keep your eyes open for that stuff. I got this big table saw for like $300. You know, so like you don't have to spend a fortune. You just have to keep an eye out for like Facebook Marketplace. That's the most expensive tool in my shop, that damn router table. That was like $1,300. So yeah, it can get expensive really freaking fast. Now, I do have benches, and I've got my magnifying thing for doing wiring. I've got other tools in here, you know, just simple little hand tools. One of the other tools I didn't bring up, but is super handy, a good set of files. You can get the ones from Harbor Freight or whatever, which I have. I actually have a full set, but I also got this. This is an Iwasaki file. It's a Japanese, it's a, what is it? A razor file. Takes away a lot of material really fast, leaves a really nice finish. Got that one, and then I have a rounded one right here too. This is just a spoon chisel, I guess you'd call it. I've tried to do some work with this for some of the body shaping, but I'll be honest with you, it's been a real pain in the ass. These are rat tail rasps, and that's what I use to make that fretboard level. So, yeah guys, there you go, man. Cheers.